Well, more on the subject of trying to keep people connected in this day and age. And of course, we're here on the internet, which is great for a lot of people. But alas, of course, maybe, and I'm getting told off for this, the older generation possibly, and by the way, I'm 60 now, some of them don't connect online. They don't know what's going on. And with me is Jackie Bridson to talk about this. The Live at Home scheme, Jackie, you're involved in this. And I know it's always very busy. I know you do lots of social events every month and that sort of thing, which has all had to change. But can you tell us what exactly you do and who you're appealing to?
Okay, so Live at Home have been on the Isle of Man for 22 years this year, and part of our remit has always been to do more social interaction for people that maybe have lost a bit of independence and have experienced things like loneliness and isolation. And I think the very important thing that's coming through from the experience with the COVID-19 pandemic is that, you know, people are actually each now experiencing some level of social isolation and loneliness, and maybe the impact of that on their own mental health and their own physical health. So we are, as a charity, continuing to work hard. We're not doing our usual activities, but we're working hard to try and keep people connected within their own communities, and we're finding different ways of working to what we do normally.
And I mean, living at home is so important for so many people who don't want to go into long-term care, and if they don't need it, the longer they can stay in their own place, the better they must feel, surely.
Yeah, definitely. And for us, you know, people, as you get older, you're mentally still very capable and able, but maybe your body's not so able as it has been. Or you might do something that you find that you've lost your confidence for driving and you can't get anywhere normally. So Live at Home have always done the activities. We run over 30 to 40 activities a month where we take people out for coffee and we take people out for lunch. But obviously that's had to stop with the pandemic that's going on at the moment.
Now, I mentioned at the beginning, maybe the connection to older people sometimes is not via the internet, which of course a lot of people pick up stuff from Facebook and so on. How are you making those connections at the moment then?
So I think the most important thing that we found out is that when we've been talking, because literally the first time this happened, I think the weekend before the lockdown actually happened on the Isle of Man, we made contact to all of our 500 members and went through a questionnaire with them about what their needs were, what their support was. And what was really interesting in was that actually 77% of that demographic, and it is only a snapshot, I appreciate, but 77% haven't got access to Wi-Fi. So all of the social media information that's out there and is absolutely fantastic isn't able to be accessed by a lot of people. So we've concentrated on making sure that we've got accessible information available to that percentage and to more people that have come to us since, because now we're opening up. We're not just being restrictive in terms of the membership that we already had. It's anybody over that age that may feel that they may benefit by connecting with us can get in touch with us.
And you're connecting what, by mail shots or phone or what?
We initially contacted all of our members by mail shot, and we've got a very active Facebook page, which is Isle of Man Live at Home schemes, if anybody wants to go on and have a look at it. But also what we did was we've been able to contact with Manx Telecom, and they've managed to give us a free phone number, which I can give you in a minute, so that anybody that wants to call us will get access to somebody that can give them the information that we've been collating. And we're also linking in with partner groups like Southern Befrienders, which do a very similar work to us with clients in the south of the island, and just making it available to anybody, any contact or any information that might be useful for them to do things like be able to get access to supplies, to deliveries, to know how to make contact for things like medicines. And also we have got a volunteer network that are all out there and helping with telephone befriending. We've had a lot of contact from people that are saying, you know, it's very handy that we can make contact with our family, but actually what they might benefit from is a different voice. So we've got over 200 people being befriended at the moment by different volunteers, and they're just ringing them up and having a general chat and something that's nothing to do with what's going on in the world in relation to the virus, just having a normal conversation.
So what is this free phone number that people can use?
So the free phone number we've got is 0808 162 4604.
Okay, well, we'll leave this on the screen for a bit as well, so people can take a note of that. And is that same number for people who want to join you as a helper, or just for people who want to receive the help?
Either, really. It's basically available to contact any of our team members. So if you want to ring up and speak to us about volunteering, we're most happy to take that. What we have been doing with people is saying to them, we're taking your details. I've got a set of forms that I need to do in respect of just doing some basic background checks for safeguarding. And once that we've got that cleared, then we'll put you on a list. And whenever we need, we need you and can make use of you, then we will. But what I haven't done is I haven't got a load of people out there running around doing all the different deliveries for everybody. We realise that a lot of people can help themselves, so we're just giving them the tools to be able to help themselves in the first instance, and we're concentrating on the people that we know have got no support mechanisms or can't help themselves necessarily.
And what's the biggest thing people needed when they get in contact with you, besides obviously hearing probably a nice friendly voice?
I think that's the biggest thing. It's just having a conversation that's nothing to do with I mean, I hate to say the word doom and gloom, but, you know, it is something that's affecting people from a mental perspective. And, you know, people are obviously, if they've been bereaved or something like that, it's a time when it's really bringing some of those memories back and making people feel very down. So really what we're trying to do is just give people a positivity and give people a chance to have a chat with people about other things. I've set up a couple of Live at Home 11s on Facebook, which we've run the second one today, which has been quite good fun. And we have actually today been told that we've got a telephone conferencing system. So it's not all to do with internet access again, but a telephone ability to make a call. And what we're going to do next week is try and get some of our groups back together on the telephone so that they can all have a chat, whether we can do a virtual bingo or beetle drive or something like that. We're coming up with loads of different ideas.
So you're going to get old people into tech. And I use the term old people because I'm 60, so before anyone writes to me and complains.
I'm the same. I'm one of our demographics. I think the problem is, you know, a lot of people are capable. A lot of people are frightened about pressing a button and blowing a computer up. And the difficulty is there's loads of people out there saying, why can't you give iPads to people and get them sorted out? Obviously, we can't go into people's houses to help them, and really people will benefit from having that one-to-one contact. A lot of families are doing things and setting things up for their older generation. We've had, we've done a programme with Manx Telecom again, where we had some volunteers go in and do things, and we've had 84-year-olds sending their first emails or Skyping people over the internet. We just haven't had the facility to be able to do that. We haven't had the time to do it. We would love to do it for the future, and definitely I think people will change the way the world works.
Okay, but finally, how are you funded? Have you got enough cash to do this, or resources?
Well, we are obviously a charity. We do get some support. I think it's the 16th of our yearly costs are covered with government to give us some support from that perspective. So yeah, we are obviously struggling because we have difficulties with fundraising at the moment. We can't go out and do our usually fundraising activities. However, we have had some support over the last couple of days, which we will be doing an announcement about, which has been fantastic. But obviously, any funds that people feel that they want to make donations to us for are most gratefully accepted.